Okay, hi guys, can you hear me? Okay, so in the last lecture, means basically yesterday's lecture, we started talking about how to do the installation of PostgreSQL database on Windows operating system, and parallelly we have also started doing the installation of PostgreSQL database on um, Linux operating system also. So for that we have used Oracle Linux, right? Let me share my screen. I'll just open my screen. Okay, and let me show you on Windows operating system first of all, and then we will go to our Linux operating system. So if I just open and click on search, here you can see there is something we called it as a PG admin. Okay, so I'll just open this software. Whenever you are doing the PostgreSQL database installation, this PG admin software will be getting created. It will be getting installed automatically, so we have installed that. Okay, and this software, if you want to compare it with the Oracle database, so this is similar, like Oracle SQL Developer or your Oracle Toad. Okay, many people are also doing the monitoring also by using the PG admin. So yeah, basic level of monitoring you can do it by using the PG admin also. Okay, so let me open the PG admin. Okay, and the PG admin is getting ready. And meanwhile I will just stop this machine. So whenever you don't want to run any machine, you can just power up that machine, because basically when the machine is running, it will consume your resources like RAM. So better you don't run it all, like you can just stop that. And what is the machine name we created? Yeah, this is the PostgreSQL June machine that we have installed yesterday. So let me start that machine also. And meanwhile my PG admin is getting ready. Looks very slow today, or like usually this should not take that much of time. So I'm starting my machine also meanwhile. Okay, so here I'll just close this, power off, not required. So PG admin is getting ready. Okay, so sometimes you will get, it will ask you to install it again and again. What you need to do, click on the settings, click on the storage, and you can just remove this ISO file. It's not required now. Click on OK, and let me start it now. And yeah, so we got the PG admin here. Okay, so what do you want to do? Basically we have installed the PostgreSQL yesterday on Windows operating system, and I want to access that database. Okay, so if you want to access the PostgreSQL database, we have multiple methodologies are there. We can use this PG admin, or you can also use a pSQL utility. I'll show you that one also. So what I will do, I'll just click on server. Okay, so here you can see multiple connections I have already created, but what I want to do, I want to create one more connection. So I'll click on register, click on server. Okay, what is the name you want to give? So I'll just give the name like June Postgres. This is a session name, so every time you don't need to enter your details. Click on the connections. What is the host name here? Okay, so it is asking like what is the host name of your machine. So if you have installed it on your Linux operating system, so you can mention that IP address, or if you have installed it on localhost machine, which is my localhost machine right now. Okay, so here you need to mention the localhost IP address. So what is the IP address that we are going to enter here, guys? What is the local host IP address? What is the local host IP address, everyone? What we are going to enter here? Tell me. You guys have chat options, right? Ready today? What is the IP address we are going to mention here? I want to connect to my PostgreSQL database which is installed on my operating system. What is the IP address we are going to mention here? 0.0.0.0. Is it a local host IP address? What about others? What do you think? What you are going to mention? Let me try. Okay, I'll try 127. Let me 120. 127.0.0.1. So whenever users are connecting to the PostgreSQL database, he need to mention the machine IP address. He need to mention the port number where your PostgreSQL server is listening. So by default, the port number of your PostgreSQL is 5432. I'm going to connect to the database called Postgres. I'm going to connect to the database called Postgres. What is the password of Postgres? The password of Postgres we have given yesterday as Postgres only. Postgres. Postgres. Do you want to save the connections password? Yes. And then you can click on save and let's try to connect. See here, I got connected here. So this is my June Postgres here. So what are the databases we have? So if I just go here, if I just click on database, so I have a database called DB1 and Postgres. Yesterday I have created all these databases. Okay, so basically if you want to connect to your database, you can connect very easily. And what you see here, this is something we called it as a query. Like if you want to just play with your PostgreSQL database, if you want to create any database, you can do all these things. And this is something where you can do the monitoring. I'm not going to discuss too much about the PostgreSQL about the PG admin today, because my main focus is unless and until we are not covering the architecture, then there is no use having discuss over here. Okay, as of now, what we have done till now, let me tell you about that. So till now we have installed the PostgreSQL database on Windows operating system, which we have done it yesterday. In today's lecture, I have shown you how to connect to the PostgreSQL database. Now you might be asking about what is this foreign data wrapper, what is this extensions, what is this Postgres database, what is this table spaces, what are the logins, like what is this, this graph is going on. We are going to discuss all these things. Okay, so one by one, but within a single day it's not possible. So one by one I will talk about all these things. So right now let's go to the Linux operating system. So till now what we have discussed, till now we have seen how to install PostgreSQL on Windows. Okay, and then I tried to connect to this database by using a client. We called it as a PG admin. Okay, PG admin. Remember, my both softwares are available on Windows operating system. Whenever you want to connect to your PostgreSQL database, you need to mention which database you want to connect, what is the port number. As I said, the default port number is 5432 only. On which host, on which server that PostgreSQL is running. Right now it is running on my local host machine, or you can also specify the IP address of your local host machine, which is 127.0.0.1. you can mention that one also. Now what I will do, I'll show you how to do the installation of PostgreSQL database on Windows operating system, Linux operating system. That is what we are going to discuss that. Okay, how we have created a DB, that we have already seen in the yesterday's lecture. Okay, if you have missed that, we will provide you the recordings, you can go through that. Okay, This part I will explain you one by one as soon as we are done with the architectures, guys. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just open the VirtualBox. So yesterday's lecture, let me open that. Click on the machine scale mode. You can just click on maximize, so this will looks much better. Okay, so I'm here now I am going to accept the license agreement. Click on done. Click on the network and host name. What is the name of your machine? node1.learnmate.org, which we have given yesterday only, and click on finish configuration. So till now we have installed the operating system, which is Oracle Linux 7.9. we have not done the installation. I'll show you how to do the installation also. Within some time we will see that. Okay, so once we are fine with the installation, let me just click on next. Enter your location so that the time zone will be set up automatically. Looks like little slow today. No, I'm not able to select. I'm not able to select. Is it searching? Yeah, I got it. Click on next. Skip it. Let's create one user. Anyway, we are not going to use this user for the administration purpose. So you can create any user and provide the password. Any password you can provide. Okay, so this user will be used only for initial login. So for the first time it will get logged in with that user, and then for administration purpose we are going to use Postgres user only. And now yes, my operating system got installed. In real-time production environment, operating system installation is not your responsibility. That will be taken care by the Linux team. So I'll go here, click on settings, click on settings here. Now what I will do, I will allocate the IP address to my machine. See, you want to connect to your server, right? If you want to go to your database, first of all you are going to connect to your operating system. So I'll go to the network and I will assign IP address to my machine. We assign two Ethernet, two adapters. If you remember, we assign two adapter, right? One is host only adapter and second one is bridge adapter. By using host only adapter, I am going to assign IP address to my machine. Click on connect automatically. Assign the first MAC address. What is the, click on static IP address, which is manual, and assign the MAC address like 192.168.56.50. So this is the IP address of my machine, public IP address, and this is my subnet mask. Click on apply. Then this is the second Ethernet is for your internet purpose only, because I want to install some of the packages related to the PostgreSQL. So for that I am using this. This will be your dynamic IP address only. So first one is your static IP address, which I have assigned 192.168.56.50, and here this is for my bridge adapter, which is for internet purpose. Now in real-time production environment, you are not going to see the screen like this. You will always have access to the black screen only, right? So for that you are going to use a software called, maybe, what are the softwares you are going to use in the real-time production environment? So let's take an example. I have a server here. Under that I am going to install my PostgreSQL database very soon. Now to this server I have assigned the IP address as 192.168.56.50. I am here on my Windows. Okay, I am here on my Windows. On this Windows I am a DBA. Okay, I am a DBA. I want to access this server. So if you want to take the remote, or if you want to take the SSH of this server, we are going to use software called Putty software, or you can use a software called Mobexterm. There are multiple softwares are available. So here on my Windows I have installed Mobexterm software, and then I am going to access that. So what I will do, if you want to download the Mobexterm, you can just say download Mobexterm. Click on the official website of Mobexterm, or you can use Putty also. I'll go with the free version. Download now, and you can use this installer edition. Once you click on installer edition, you will get a zip file. You just need to unzip it and then install like a normal software. After the installation, it will show here MobXterm. The MobXterm will looks like this. So if you just go here, the MobXterm will looks like this. So let me open that MobXterm now. I'm opening that MobXterm. Okay. Now I'm going to take the remote of my. Now I'm going to take a remote of my Linux server. See, right now I'm talking about the Linux server. Okay. Right now I'm talking about the Linux server. So what I will do, I'll click on session. And let me create a new session here. I think I have already a lot of sessions here. This MobXterm are giving only 10 sessions free. So I'll just click here. Let me delete that. I'll click on sessions. What is the name of your session? I'll give some meaningful name. SSH. So I have 192.168.56. Which one? 50. What is the bookmark setting? I'll just give the name like. Let me give the name like Postgres. I'll give the name like June. Yeah, that's fine. And this is the IP address of my machine. Okay, remember, this is the IP address of my machine. So I'll just click on OK. Yes. Now which user we have created at the time of Linux installation? So automatically the root user got created. Let me enter root. And I got logged in here. It is not asking me password because my root password is saved into this MobXterm. MobXterm have the feature to save your password also. You can do one more setting here. Click on settings. Click on configuration. MobXterm have the ability to copy and paste also. So just click on terminal and use this paste using right click and click on OK. So whenever you want to copy something, okay, you can just double click on it and it will get copied. If you want to paste, you can use right click. So that makes your life easy. Why I'm telling you? Because as a DBA, this is something which is very handy practice. So you should be aware about it. That is the reason I'm telling you. Okay. Now the next part. So we got the access to my PostgreSQL server. Remember, earlier scenario was different. Now scenario is different. So earlier, now this is my Linux operating system. I am connecting to my Linux operating system from my Windows by using a software called MobXterm. So till now I don't have any database available here. Right now I don't have any database. I don't have any PostgreSQL database over here. PostgreSQL database installation, we are going to do it now. Now we will do that. So how to do that? Okay. So if you want to do the PostgreSQL installation, you can simply go to the Google and just say download, or let's say install PostgreSQL on Linux operating system on Linux. So you'll get a very good document provided by the PostgreSQL only. So you don't need to go anywhere. There is a very good document provided by the PostgreSQL. So you can just go to the official website of PostgreSQL. Okay. Just go here. Scroll it down. Not here. Let me show you that one. PostgreSQL downloads. You can go to the same website. Now what it's saying? Click on Linux. So this is my Red Hat Linux. So just click here. Okay. Now where you want to do? I want to do the installation on Oracle Linux 7. So this is a Oracle Linux 7. What is the architecture? I want to install it for 64-bit operating system. Which version you want to install? Whether you want to install PostgreSQL 14 or 15. I am fine with the PostgreSQL 15 now. Now it has clearly told you that what are all repository you need to install. So I said that okay, I want to install this pgdg Red Hat repo, because see, Oracle Linux is created on the top of Red Hat Linux only. So the same steps you can use it for Red Hat Linux, CentOS, Oracle version 7 also. Oracle version supporting your PostgreSQL 14 and 15. If you want to go with the PostgreSQL 16, 17, then you need to install Oracle Linux 8 or 9. More than that, you need to do that. Right now, let's go with PostgreSQL 15 only, because most of the organizations are still using PostgreSQL 15. Again, if you do it PostgreSQL 16 or 17, it doesn't make any changes in administration purpose. So what I will do, I will install this repository because under this repository only I will get the packages related to the PostgreSQL. So remember, whenever I want to download any repository, if I want to download this repository from internet, I need the internet access. That is the reason we use bridge adapter. If you remember, for this machine there are two adapters we use because I want internet access also. So we use this bridge adapter. We can use NAT adapter also, that is also providing you internet, but in my laptop most of the time bridge is working really fine. So what I did, it is basically going into this official website and it is downloading the repository. Which repository? The PostgreSQL repository. It is downloading it from here. Once we have PostgreSQL repository handy with us, then I'm going to install the PostgreSQL server. So you consider, like, whenever you are doing the PostgreSQL server installation, you will not get any database related files like your data files, your wall files. You will not get it. It is like, you are doing the installation of binaries. Consider like that. As soon as you are going to initialize, like you will get a software, right? You got the software here, user, and you got the software here, and you are saying initialize DB. So as soon as you are going to say that, okay, I want to initialize the database, then internally it will create a database related files like your data files, your table spaces, your wall files, your configuration file, your host base authentication file. Many files will be getting created under PG data location, and then you can just enable this and start it. Enable means, like, as soon as you start your server, do you want to start your PostgreSQL? Do you want to start your PostgreSQL automatically? So you can enable that and then you can start it. So very simple. Basically what you want to do, you want to install the repository. First of all, you want to install the repository. So it's installing the repository here from internet. Now since it is a big repository, it's taking some time and overall the internet speed is low. Then you are going to install the PostgreSQL server. It is like, you are installing the PostgreSQL software. Then you are going to initialize the database. As soon as you are going to initialize the database, your default databases will be getting created like template 0, template 1, Postgres. You will not understand now, okay? Remember that, I know that, but you will be understanding it very, very soon, okay? As soon as I'm going to show you practically one by one. So we need to cover each and every concept slowly. So initially we will go slowly, and then once we get a basic understanding, we will take a pickup, okay? So it's still running. So if I just, there is another way, like, what I can do, I can just go here and I can directly search here, and then you can use SCP, WinSCP, and you can just move that. That is also one way we can do that, okay? But till now, whatever we discuss, are you able to understand, everyone? Can you please use the chat option? From tomorrow we will be on unmute, okay? So you will have opportunity to ask the question. Today we got some new guest, that is the reason we are not on mute, but from tomorrow we will be on completely unmute, okay? Everyone, yeah, everyone, I see people are saying yes. Great, everyone is understanding. But my suggestion will be, why I'm telling you from the very beginning, like, you please try it in your personal laptop, because once you have a setup handy with you, then it will be much better for you, okay? So please do that, okay? It's downloading, okay? Let's wait. The process of installation is pretty much easy. Okay, if you want to install the PostgreSQL, the installation process is very slow. And if you want to install the PostgreSQL database installation on Linux, there are multiple ways are there to do that. Okay, it's done, right? So we have installed the repository. Let me go there. Where is that? Now let me initialize my database. You can use sudo user or you can use your root user also, and let me do that. Let me install the PostgreSQL 15 server. Let's wait for some time. Okay, so actually I got the error message because when I downloaded this Oracle Enterprise Linux, that time we got some older versions are already there, so we just need to disable that. So if you get some error message, don't panic, just copy that and then disable that and then run it one more time. Even see, you should keep learning about how to troubleshoot the issue. In the error message only it is clearly mentioned that you need to disable this repo because it is checking with the older repo. That is the reason. Okay, so we need to just disable that and it will work properly then. So when you run this command, it is doing the installation of your PostgreSQL binaries, and if there is any relevant packages are also there or dependency packages are also there, so that packages will be also getting installed from that repository which we just installed earlier. It is not doing the database installation. Okay, the database installation will be done when we initialize the database. Okay, when we initialize the database. See here, earlier PostgreSQL 12 was there, now we have PostgreSQL 13. Let me disable that one also and let me run it now. So it is going into that repository, checking the packages which are related to the PostgreSQL 15 version. And now it's doing. So what I will do, if you just go to our official website, PostgreSQL blog index, let me show you that one. See here, almost done. Okay, almost done. I know this is time consuming process, but it's almost done. looks like I think Learnomet website has some issue. Let me ask my developer. So anyway, let me initialize my database. What I will do, is it done? I'll go to here and let me initialize the database. I'll just go here and let me initialize that. Still almost done. Okay, it's just installing all the dependency packages. Once we initialize the database, then that is the real fun. When you are initialize database means it will install the default databases like your PostgreSQL, then we have template 0, template 1, all these databases will be installed. Once we have setup is ready with us, then the next part will be your architecture. So then I will explain you each and every file. We will also do the installation of PostgreSQL on AWS cloud. Okay, so that will also I'll explain you. And let me initialize my database. So see here, this is a location where my actual software is available. So if I go into this location here, if I just cd in this location, bin location ls-lrt, here you can see all my binaries are available. Like I'm going to use pSQL. This is like a SQL plus. Then we have pg vault dump, pg upgrade, which is useful for your upgradation purpose. If I want to compare it with Oracle, this is like a Oracle home bin location. This is like a Oracle home bin location, right? So in bin also we have rman and all. Similar way, this is a location where my Oracle, similar way, this is a location where my binaries are available related to the PostgreSQL database. And what I did, I fired the command like initdb command. I fired the command like initdb command, and this has done the installation of my PostgreSQL. This has done the installation of my PostgreSQL database. So what I will do now, whenever you are doing the PostgreSQL installation, by default it will create PostgreSQL user. So if I say password Postgres, let me change the password of Postgres user. I'll keep the password as Postgres only. Postgres. See, in Oracle also, Oracle user get created automatically, right? As soon as you do the package installation. Similar way, here the Postgres user will be getting created automatically, and I'm setting the password of that. Let me open a duplicate tab and let me go here, Postgres. Now, what I will do, I am going to start my PostgreSQL database. So what I will do, so I would say I'm going to start my PostgreSQL server, I would say. So I'll go into this location here, initdb -d. So I'll say /var/lib/pgsql 15, I believe, and then data, and let me run this command. Okay, we initialize now. What is the, did I miss something? Where I missed, I started that. We have initialize the database. Okay, initialization is done. This is a default location. If I go into that location, can I see these files? I can see the files are available here. Looks good. And then where I missed, is it, I'll say I need to set up this bash profile also. We will fix that. Okay, I will do that. Then okay, so files got created. It means the initialization is done properly. let me cross check here. Where is my PSQL? Okay, I have PSQL also. I have PGCTL also, looks good. PG underscore CTL start -d and let me start it. Okay, I was missing, I forget that command. Okay, so see here, so I said PG underscore CTL start -d and this is my data directory, and I got connected to my I have started my PostgreSQL instance. Now what I will do, if I say psql and I got connected here, if I say /l, I can see these are the databases which got created automatically. So let me tell you what we have done from the beginning. So basically, first of all, we have installed PostgreSQL server. Okay, server installation is done. Okay, then we have initialized the database. As soon as we have initialized the database, if you just go here, if you just go into this location got created. If I compared it with Oracle, this is the location where my database related files are available. So if I just open this location, so if I go into that location, ls-lrt, you can see so many files are available. Like this is my configuration file. So this is like a parameter file or SP file. This is my PostgreSQL.auto.conf file. This is also a parameter file only. Then we have host based authentication file. Then along with that, we have other files are also available, like pg underscore wall, where my wall files are getting stored. This is a location my table spaces are getting stored. Maybe you will not understand now, but let me tell you, whenever you are going to initialize the database related files will be getting created in this location, and this location we refer it as PG data location. What we called it as PG data location. In this PG data location, I can see all files related to the database or related to the database server. The cluster level files I can see over there. Now how to change these files and all, we are going to see very soon. So whenever you want to start your PostgreSQL server, you need to go into this location. Remember, PG underscore CTL is the utility which will start your database server, stop it. If you want to reload, you can do all these things. Start -d. Where is my data directory? You need to specify the data directory also. But you know, many times, like if you don't remember this data directory, if you don't remember where is my binary, you can put all these things into your bash profile, into this bash profile. So if you see right now, if I just say PG underscore CTL, let's say I'm going here, and if I say PG, let me open this duplicate tab, let me log in with Postgres. If I say PG underscore CTL, if I call this utility, he is saying that command not found. So if you don't want to do that, what you can do, you can add all these utilities into your bash profile. In the path you can mention that. So we can do that. What about my website, whether it is ready now? Let me check that once. It's coming back. I think we need to check with the developer. There are some issues with our website. Check that. Okay, now if you want to start, see here, so I said I started my PostgreSQL database server and I got connected to the pSQL utility. If I want to compare with Oracle, this is like a SQL plus / a sysdba. Okay, so I got connected to the pSQL utility. What is this /l? /l is a shortcut command which will list the databases which are available there. So I can see here there are 3 databases are there: Postgres, template 0 and template 1. So if I just show you here, this is my PostgreSQL database server. Under that there are 3 databases are there. The default database is Postgres. Then we have some template databases are there, template 0 and template 1. What we are going to do, if you want to create one more database here with the name db1, you can do that. How to create that? Let me show you practically. I'm just giving a heads up. Okay, we are going to see create database db1. If I run this command, the database got created. This is very simple in PostgreSQL database. If I check /l, again I can see there is a database got created with the name db1. So here I can see here one more database got created, db1. But remember, all these databases are connected to the single instance, which are connected to the single instance. If someone is asking me, can I stop only one database similar like my Oracle database? No, you cannot do that. That's the main difference here. If you kill the instance, it will kill your, if you kill the instance, it will kill your all the databases. It will kill your all the databases. If you kill the instance, then it will kill your all the databases. Okay, remember that. So that thing you need to understand. So see here, if I do exit, and for example, if I say pg_ctl stop, like let me go here, and if I run this command, let me copy this, and if I say instead of start, if I stop, then it is not stopping my one database, it is stopping a complete database server. So in this we have multiple databases are there, so complete database server got crashed, or I would say it's got shut down now. So if someone is asking me, can I stop only one database called db1? No, you cannot do that. If you are asking me, can I stop only one database, you cannot do that. Okay, so yeah, it's all about, you know, how to start database, stop database, how to make the changes. We are going to see everything practically one by one. I'll take care of it. But till now, whatever we discuss, are you able to understand, everyone? Are you able to understand? In tomorrow's lecture I will do the bash profile, but till now did you understand whatever we discuss? And I will share you this document also. Okay, I'll share you this document also, how we have done the installation. So I'll share with you. Okay, so if you are saying, remember, we cannot stop single database over here. Okay, because all these databases are connected to the single instance only. Okay, okay everyone. Okay, then let's do one thing, let's connect tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll do the next setup. Like I will do the bash profile, I'll show you how to start database, stop database, everything we are going to see practically. We will also do the installation of these databases on AWS cloud. So parallelly we will see one by one. Okay, let's connect tomorrow. So initially we'll go with slowly, and then we will see in a pace. Okay, thank you so much for listening me. Let's connect tomorrow, we'll continue this. Thanks guys, thanks.